Unity Software turning in a monster move today, closing higher by 30% on a day tech stocks underperformed. The company topping estimates for the quarter, but guidance came in a bit light. Investors and analysts, though, keying in on Unity Vector, a new AI drive within the ad platform. And joining us now in an exclusive interview is Unity CEO Matthew Bromberg. Matthew, welcome. So, yeah, investors clearly excited about Vector and the idea that ads were growing again in Q4. Some of that's seasonal, but I think you also said, customers over $100,000 up to 1,254. Give us a sense of the sustainability of the growth in that growth solutions business.
Hey, thank you guys for having me so much. And maybe for the benefit of your audience, I just note that Unity makes the software that powers a good chunk of the video games you probably know in the world today. We make 70% of the mobile games in the world are built on Unity software. 7 out of 10 of the top AR games, 30% of the PC games. So we're really important to that ecosystem. And what we're really proudest of is that we help creators of content from prototype right through profitability. So from the moment you start to think about the content creation to the time when it comes to bring new users into your game. And to your point, John, yeah, we announced today a Unity Vector, which is a new AI-driven platform that we're going to be using. We hope to create a lot more value for advertising customers over the long term. And we're pleased that investors were cheered by it. In context, about, 2-3 years ago, there was this weird moment where Unity announced that it was buying ironSource, and you saw this tools maker combining with this kind of ads and monetization maker. And then AppLovin came in and said, don't do that. We'll buy you, Unity, as long as you drop that deal. And Unity said, no, we don't want to do that. We want to go ahead. Meantime, recently, within the past year plus a little bit, AppLovin stock has just taken off. There's been a lot of focus on this ads business and the ability to really monetize data within these ecosystems. What are you bringing to that with Vector? And say more about exactly when investors are going to see this monetization and the rate of it coming through. It won't be that long, it sounds like, from what you're saying. Yeah, look, I mean, all the history and corporate machinations aside, what's really important here is customers. And video game customers don't distinguish between the need to build great software and then the need to go out and acquire users to create big live services with that software. So these things from a product perspective belong together. And that's what Unity is really all about. It's taking the software that we make that help folks create content and marrying it with the software that helps them acquire users to build businesses around that content. And we're really, really pleased about both parts of our business. Both parts had a really terrific quarter. And again, the launch of Unity Vector for us is a significant investment in a brand new system that we think over the long term is going to create a lot more ROI for our ad customers, and we'll be really truly able to play out that vision we had of bringing those two parts of the business together.
And certainly investors today embracing that vision that you are laying out. I'm curious about what you're seeing with industry customers, because that business really seems to be growing and reaccelerating in growth again. And I just wonder whether that can maintain itself.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time for us, not only because our software is being adopted and received really, really well in the video game industry, but to your point, outside of video games, we're having more and more uptake. That business was up 50% in revenue in the fourth quarter. We've made real inroads in automotive in particular. We recently announced a deal with Toyota where the human-machine interface, the in-dash experience in all Toyotas will be built on top of the Unity software. We've had a lot of penetration in the auto business as well as in retail and manufacturing. So our software, which is really for the creation of any 3D interactive content, is really kind of starting to catch on fire across industries.
I mean, we started here in this conversation with the video game industry. How would you categorize the health of it more broadly, especially since we have seen more competition come into the market and perhaps a more mixed picture, at least as we come through this earnings season with the biggest developers?
Yeah, I spent the vast majority of my career before Unity making video games, and I'm hugely optimistic about the future of the video game business. We were late in the hardware cycle. There were some tough macroeconomic conditions over the last couple of years. I think the video game business is ready to rebound. Historically, we innovate, new devices come into the market, and those things combine to create growth. And I think that's going to happen this year as well.